My name is Gentry Barrett, and I'm with Nebraska Extension, and I'm the project lead for Nebraska EPSCoR's Senior Design Project this year. Our project is called the Inspire Scholar and Resource Discovery System, and the easiest way to explain it is this. We want to make it dramatically easier to answer the question, who in Nebraska knows about this? It sounds simple, but right now it really isn't. Nebraska has researchers and technical experts spread across universities, state colleges, community colleges, tribal colleges, private institutions, government agencies, and other organizations. They're working on everything from water quality and precision agriculture to cybersecurity, microbiology, engineering, artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing, and hundreds of other topics. But if I asked you today, who are all of the people in Nebraska working on wastewater management, or who understands both microbiology and water systems, there really isn't one place you can go to find that answer. That's the problem we want you to help us solve. This project is part of Inspire, a National Science Foundation supported initiative through Nebraska EPSCoR. Our broader goal is to strengthen Nebraska's research capacity by improving connections among people, institutions, industries, and communities across the state. At a statewide EPSCoR convening, one of the clearest messages we heard from our stakeholders was that people need better ways to find both collaborators and resources. This project already has a head start. During the 25-26 academic year, another senior design team worked with Nebraska EPSCoR to build a platform for discovering research equipment and facilities across Nebraska. You can see that platform today at research-equipment.nebraska.edu. That system tackles one side of the discovery problem: what resources exist and where can I find them? This year, we want to add the other side: who has the expertise I need? Imagine you're a faculty member at a smaller Nebraska college developing a grant proposal. You need someone with expertise in machine learning, someone who understands soil science, and someone who works with remote sensing. Instead of emailing people you already know, searching dozens of university websites, or hoping somebody in your network knows the right person, we want you to be able to come to one system and search across the Nebraska research ecosystem. Or imagine that a company has a technical problem and needs expertise in material science. Or a school district wants to find someone who can talk to their students about quantum computing. Or a researcher wants to build an interdisciplinary team around groundwater contamination. The platform should help those users discover people they might never otherwise know existed. The previous project description envisioned researcher discovery based on interests and publications, with filters such as institution and location. This year, we want to turn that concept into a usable discovery experience. So what might you actually build? At the core of the project, we want a web-based interface where someone can search for researchers and other STEM professionals based on their expertise, research interests, publications, keywords, institution, discipline, and potentially geography. A search for something like wastewater treatment might return researchers in engineering, microbiology, environmental science, agriculture, and public health. And we don't necessarily want users to have to know the perfect technical terminology. One of the areas we would like the team to investigate is AI-assisted search and discovery. For example, could someone type a natural language question such as, who in Nebraska works on using sensors to improve irrigation efficiency? And could the system identify researchers whose publications, expertise, or research interests suggest that they could contribute to that problem? Could AI help extract useful keywords from publicly available faculty profiles or publications? Could it identify researchers with related expertise, even when they use slightly different terminology? Could it help rank results in a meaningful way? We are deliberately not prescribing exactly how you accomplish that. The team should investigate and prototype AI-assisted search and discovery features where feasible. That means there's room here for students interested in natural language processing, information retrieval, recommendation systems, data science, search technologies, and applied AI. There's also a significant data engineering challenge. Nebraska's higher ed institutions do not all maintain researcher information in the same system. Full integration with systems such as SAP across multiple institutions would be extremely difficult within a single academic year. Your faculty members specifically recommended designing around that constraint rather than allowing enterprise integration to consume the entire project. So, we want you to build something flexible. You might begin with a structured data set that we provide. If a solid institutional data source is available early enough, UNL could potentially serve as the pilot. The important thing is that the architecture should not assume every future institution will provide data in exactly the same format. We want to be able to add Chadron State, UNO, UNMC, a community college, or another EPSCoR partner later without redesigning the entire platform. There's also some things we would love to explore as time allows. First is automated collection of public researcher information from university websites. Could the system responsibly retrieve information that faculty members have already made public rather than asking hundreds of people to enter another profile into another database? Could we extract research interests or publication information automatically? Could we use AI to turn that information into consistent expertise categories? Could we pilot a live data connection with one institution? Those are stretch opportunities. They are not things that need to jeopardize completion of the core system. The core project is the discovery platform. We want a polished interface, meaningful search, useful researcher profiles, flexible data ingestion, and an architecture that another team can build later. And that last part's important because we see this as a multi-year effort. We are not expecting one senior design team to connect every researcher and every institution in Nebraska in 9 months. The previous project was also conceived as the beginning of a larger statewide system rather than something that had to be completed all at once. Your job is to build the next strong layer. Future teams can extend it. Ultimately, the vision is much bigger than a faculty directory. We want to create infrastructure that helps Nebraska form research teams faster, compete for more funding, connect smaller institutions with expertise and resources, and make the state's research ecosystem more visible and accessible. That could mean a researcher at a community college finding a collaborator at UNMC. It could mean a Nebraska company locating expertise that helps solve a technical problem. It could mean someone putting together a stronger NSF proposal because they discovered exactly the collaborator they needed. And over time, it could mean that geography and institutional size become less of a barrier to participating in research and innovation. That statewide accessibility has been an important goal of EPSCoR from the beginning. The original project was designed to serve Nebraska institutions ranging from major research universities to community colleges, tribal colleges, state colleges, and private institutions. From a technology standpoint, we are intentionally giving you some freedom. We're not coming to you saying you must build it in this language, using this database, with this exact architecture. Part of the senior design challenge is for your team to evaluate the problem and recommend an appropriate technology stack. You may be working with a modern web framework, APIs, relational or non-relational databases, search indexing technologies, AI services, or tools such as Elasticsearch or OpenSearch. What matters to us is that the final solution is usable, maintainable, extensible, and resilient. The previous system will also give you something concrete to evaluate. You are not starting with a completely abstract idea. You can look at what last year's senior design team built, understand the architecture and user experience, and decide how this year's work should connect to or extend that foundation. So if you're interested in building another basic CRUD application, this probably isn't the project I would choose. But if you're interested in search, AI, data engineering, web development, information architecture, user experience, or solving the messy problem of bringing together information from different systems, there's a lot here to work with. And most importantly, this is something that can actually be used. At the end of senior design, we don't want a class demonstration that disappears. We want the next generation of a platform that Nebraska EPSCoR intends to continue developing over multiple years. The team last year built the foundation for discovering Nebraska's research infrastructure. This year, we're asking you to help Nebraska discover its people. If that sounds like the kind of challenge you'd like to take on, we would love to work with you on the Inspire, Scholar, and Resource Discovery system. Thank you.